Before we get to our interview with Gronk, hiring isn't as simple as putting an ad in the paper or posting to a job board. When you're juggling hiring with everything it takes to grow your business, it's important that you reach the right candidates at the right time. That's where LinkedIn comes in. We are actually using LinkedIn now, LinkedIn Jobs. We post all of our jobs on Barstool. If you are an employer looking to post jobs, you're going to want to use LinkedIn because over 600 million members visit LinkedIn to connect, learn, and grow as professionals and discover new job opportunities. That's how LinkedIn can make sure your job post gets in front of people you want to hire, people with the right hard and soft skills you're looking for. You're going to want to be fishing in the biggest pond you can find, and LinkedIn will get that for you. Things like collaboration, creativity, adaptability. LinkedIn does the legwork to match you to the most qualified candidates so you can focus on hiring the person you will have a big impact on your business. A hire is made every 8 seconds on LinkedIn. With LinkedIn Jobs, you can pay what you want, and the first $50 is on them. So visit linkedin.com/thecorp. Again, that's linkedin.com/thecorp to get $50 off your first job post. Terms and conditions apply. Go to linkedin.com/thecorp. $50 off your first job post. You're going to want to find the best candidate. You can do it with linkedin.com/thecorp. We're also brought to you by our friends at Squarespace. It is the best place if you are looking to get online, to boost your online presence, from websites and online stores to marketing tools and analytics. Squarespace is the all-in-one platform to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. You can turn a cool idea, like for example, we had draftjoshallen.com, into a new website with awesome templates created by world-class designers. They have everything you need to create a beautiful modern website, showcase your work, blog, or publish content with powerful blogging tools to help tell your story and share updates with your readers. Promote your physical or online business, sell products and services of all kinds, and use customizable galleries to display images and videos in unique ways. And there's free and secure hosting with nothing to patch or upgrade ever. And 24/7 award-winning customer support. Check out squarespace.com/thecorp for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use the offer code THECORP to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. That's one more time, squarespace.com/thecorp for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, use the offer code THECORP to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. All right, here he is, Rob Gronkowski.
You're listening to The Corp, presented by Barstool Sports.
Okay, we now welcome on The Corp. It is future Hall of Famer Rob Gronkowski from the New England Patriots. Not retired yet. He's coming back week 14.
No, I'm like half retired.
He's half retired.
He's
half retired. He also is big in the business world, and you guys linked up. Let's actually tell that story to start, how Arod and Rob, you guys first linked up. You invested in his brother's company, correct?
That's right.
Can you tell the story?
Yeah, sure. So his brother Chris came on, who graduated from Penn, who's got a great business mind. We call it a money mind. He came up, made a great presentation, and it's called Ice Shaker. And it was a great concept where you can travel with it. It never spills. It never gets hot. It never gets cold. It's just perfect temperature. Mark and I took a stake in the company, and we've done Mark Cuban, humble brag, name dropping, and we've done an incredible job. The company was making $80,000, trailing 12. We're probably going to do over 5 and probably do 15 next year. So that's how we got started. Then the 5 of them came out together. 5 brothers total came out together. They did this big thing. It was like one of the most watched Shark Tanks of all time. It was awesome.
Were you on that Shark Tank or
no?
no?
Yes, I was.
You were.
My brother went with the presentation first, and us 4 brothers after came out for like a good 10 minutes, and I was on it. That was my Shark Tank debut right there, baby.
That's fantastic.
And
it was
crushed it.
It was your debut too.
Yes.
Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Was that your first day on?
It was the first or second.
It was the first or second.
And it was such in my wheelhouse. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of Gronk, good buddies with Tom Brady. I'm name dropping again.
That's okay.
And Robert Kraft. Not so close with Belichick, but I like Belichick. Anyways, first deal, I understood it, and we were able to put it in a lot of our gyms. And Rob and I have now connected in a second business venture in Fit Plan, which he's going to talk about his health, his wellness, his business acumen. His father was a businessman, so I'm excited to get into our second venture together.
Yes, me too, man. It's kind of cool because Arod, you invested in with my brother, and then as Chris's brother, the brother came in, and I kind of you were nice enough to let me get the portion back.
Yes.
That so my brother and I could team up. So that's pretty cool that you bought it from my brother. Then the other brother came in and rebought it off you. So that's doing some business deals right there within the family, which is pretty dope.
So let me walk you through how entrepreneur and how smart the family is. So Chris calls me up. He goes, "Hey, Rob is now retired, as you know, and the whole world knows. He would like to buy the shares back from you." And we've done so well, and Chris has done such an amazing job to drive revenue for us. I said, great. And he's like, well, what's market? I said, well, forget market. I'm going to give you kind of the friends and family deal because I feel like I'm the sixth brother.
There you go.
All right. And I said, why don't we do the thing? He can come in my podcast. We can talk about it and tell, storytell. And then the other part is I own another company called FitPlan. I said, this is right in his wheelhouse. Why doesn't he come in? He goes, I love it. Let me talk to Rob. Chris hits me up like 12 hours later. He goes, Rob is all in. He loves it. And about a week later, we closed a deal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. And just to do FitPlan too. I mean, when you brought that up to me, I said, you know something, I was working my way towards that. I've been working my way. I want to get in that fitness industry, the health industry, and I want to do like fitness videos and stuff and give my knowledge out there, what I've been through to people that want to get fit, that people that want to exercise. So when that opportunity came, it just worked out perfect. I was looking for something like that. Yeah, there's things out there and everything, but that was the one right there. It just made it easy. It made it easy fit, and Arod brought it to our attention, and it just worked out perfect, man. It was great, and I'm excited to do it. I don't even know when I shoot. I think I shoot
well, first of all,
next month
you're
or something.
6'6", now you're down 245.
Yes.
I think in FitPlan, you'll be able to describe to all your followers and really people that want to know, how do you look so good? You'll check out FitPlan. You're going to let everybody know what's the key to success to your business. We need to kind of get into that. I can't wait to see it.
Well, the one thing I will say is that, so Gronk, you've lost this weight. You obviously take fitness very seriously. Your brothers own a gym or did own a gym, correct?
Well, my dad's been in the industry for, I think, 28 years now.
Wow.
Okay.
He's been selling fitness equipment. He's been doing it retail, and he's been doing it commercial. And he has like 20 stores out there retail, and he's been doing commercial to like colleges, NFL teams, pro teams for 25 plus years now. So he's always been in that fitness industry, and then that's what that's how we've been involved too. I mean, he's just passing it down to generations, but we expanded it a little bit more. We taking it to the next power because we're more jacked than my dad. So
nice little brag. But the one thing I've always respected about Arod is he retired and he still works out probably more than. Do you work out more than you did when you were actually playing?
When I'm not
I feel like you were
traveling.
nonstop working out.
I wish I was as great a shape as Rob.
But you're hitting the gym at 1 in the morning, and then Rob's doing the same thing after
Yeah.
he retired. That commitment to staying in shape, staying in that athletic mindset is pretty rare, I would say, for most guys who retire.
I think sports, business, media, entertainment, health and wellness is all one big circle. It used to be a square, now it's a circle. And, I know you love it. It's part of my life. It's like you don't live to train. I almost train to live. It's part of it, right?
you train to live. I like that.
That's
a
nice.
great
That is
motto
nice.
to put
Write
it.
that
Great
down.
motto to put it.
Write that down.
Yes.
So Gronk, I always was wondering, I've heard these stories and it fits in perfectly for this type of podcast. The story goes, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, that every dollar you made from football you saved, and then everything you made outside of football you used to spend on house, cars, whatever the disposable income. Is that true?
Yes, that's true. And I was never that big of a spender at all. Anyways, I was still wearing the same freaking cargo shorts I had in high school. My friend always jokes that Vietnam, he goes, the last time someone wore cargo shorts was getting a hand job in Vietnam or something.
Yep.
That joke. I'm
dang,
he's always ripping on me.
Yeah.
That's how long I've been wearing my cargo shorts for. But no, man, if you just keep it simple, that's how I've been. But I like it, the place where I'm at, because I always knew that. I always saw football. Doesn't last a lifetime. Sports don't last a lifetime. So I just always wanted to be financially secure too when I was done playing. So it's nice.
So every dollar. Go ahead.
I'm thrilled. I'm so excited to, and I know our listeners are going to feel the same way. I work with a lot of athletes. A lot of athletes that have gone bankrupt, that are in financial stress, and up to 60, 70% sometimes are in trouble. What was the thing? For me, it was fear that drove my business. What was the thing that drove you to say, I want to be financially responsible and frugal?
You know something? I think it was just the way that I was brought up. When I was playing sports, hockey, I never had new gear. I never had new equipment. My oldest brother, 6 years older than me, that his hockey equipment, his baseball gear would be passed down to my second oldest brother. And then from there, it'd be passed down to my third oldest brother. And then by the time my generation came, I would have this baseball mitt, and it would be so broken in, like it would be just be flopping like that. You know what I'm talking about? Broken in baseball mitt, like you
Love
drop
that.
it and it's flat on the ground. You could run it over a million times. The glove is not getting any more broken in, and it's just always been like that. And my parents, never really handed us anything over easily. They made us work for everything. They made us work in the sports world for money whenever to go get a job, and it just was installed in us at a young age, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting because, like you said, fear, and then versus maybe someone who from the beginning knew the value of a dollar. I'm so fascinated that you literally saved every single dollar. Where'd you put it? Give me the routing number. Real quick.
The routing number.
I got a lot of money in there.
It's a pretty good amount.
Decent
It's
amount
a
of
pretty
money.
good amount, but it's not as much as Alex over there.
It's still fantastic.
We can put it together and invest and let it grow over time.
Okay, let's do it.
Yes. All right.
I want to follow up on your question, but as far as I don't want to know like your wiring instructions and all of that, where the money is, but I would like to know, like, from you're 30 years old, you have a lot of capital put away. What is your long-term view in investing?
I keep it really simple. I really don't go that crazy at all. I mean, in the stock market and everything, I've actually, I don't even want to say it. I never lost in the stock market. It was just crazy.
You're like Lenny Dykstra.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I never,
Lenny.
I also never went like crazy in it either.
Right.
But I, which is pretty cool. And I just do easy things, bonds and stuff, and municipal bonds, and keep it easy. I mean, I'm not really spending like that. I mean,
I love it.
So
That's right. Keep it simple.
keep it simple and keep it easy.
What's the one thing that you have maybe been like, you know what, I'm going to buy this? Like, I got to buy this.
Yes, I started splurging more and everything. But there was one thing that I bought, and it was a chain. It was a diamond chain, and it was 6 figures, and I got it about a year and a half ago, and I probably worn it 2 times.
Yeah, what the hell?
I worn it 2 times. I wore it to this ring ceremony this year because it just went good with the bling. I had it out, and it was kind of weird because all the teammates were looking at me like
where are your cargo shorts?
Yeah, where are my cargo shorts? And they're looking at me like, who'd you get that off? What player? And I'd be like, this one's mine. And they'd be like, no way, Ryan.
That's fantastic. So you retired, obviously, after the Super Bowl, after you win the Super Bowl in February. How do you feel today? Do you still feel like you have some of the nagging injuries? Is there some stuff from football that's never going to go away? I'm always curious if, like, when you retire and you stop living in the football mindset, if those injuries kind of go away slowly, or is it, boom, you feel great, because you're not playing football right now?
I was definitely beat up after the Super Bowl. I've been beat up basically every single year. But I really, truly believe that I found a way to be pain-free, a way to heal my body. And that's why I stepped away from football. I was doing it while I was playing football, but I was already so far behind. You know what I mean? Like, so I would do it all week, but then I go back out in the game, and I just ruin myself again. But then I would, I play catch-up again that week, and then I'd go back out, take another big hit, ruin myself again, take another big hit the next week. So that's what's going on. But that's why I walked away from the game, because I felt like I had an opportunity, too, that I needed to take off and heal myself. And so right now, man, I can tell you this right now. I can get up. I can do anything. I'm pain-free. I had 9 surgeries. I've had like literally 20 concussions in my life, probably 5 blackout concussions, like where I don't remember anything for like 10 minutes. But I do all the right treatments and do everything right. Started eating right because I felt like that was huge, man. Like the eating part. I feel like foods heal you. Food's the medicine.
Right.
And that's the way to go.
So tell us about your diet. Give us a day in Rob's diet.
Well, it was a little different because I wanted to lose weight. So sometimes I was fasting for like 18 hours. I wouldn't eat a thing. I would just drink water for 18 hours because I wanted to get rid of that like extra inflammation out of my body. I talked to other people that have done it, and they say you start feeling light when you do that. Like, you know what I mean? You ever feel heavy? Your body just feels heavy. You after a run, you go for like a 5-mile run. The next 2 days, like you wake up and you feel like you're literally 1,000 pounds.
Right.
Like I didn't like that feeling. I had it way too much, so I wanted to get rid of it. and that because it's inflammation in your body when that occurs. So I wanted to get rid of it all. I wanted to get rid of that bloated weight. I felt like I had bloated weight on me, like because I was 265 pounds leaving high school. I'd never been under 260 in my life. This is my first time at 30 years old under 260. And when I put that weight on, I put it on with cheeseburgers, you know, all the fast food, all that crap, because, you know, high school, you just try and put it on. I felt like it was bloated weight. So then I talked to other people, like how to lose it, how they lost it, other athletes, and I started going down that organic, you know, veggie route because I wanted to lose that extra bloated weight. And I feel like I have big time. Like I just feel like I trimmed up. You know, I'm very lean. Like I feel like I feel light, so that inflammation's out of me. And so I did a lot of fasting. Also, I like to do was a lot of juices. Organic juices, man.
Yeah.
Like, so some days one fast, but I would drink juice right when I wake up, and I have one juice in the morning, like one juice, like a whole thing of beet juice in the afternoon, and then like maybe a whole thing of like carrot juice at night.
So you have abs now?
Yeah,
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you got.
Let's
Yeah,
see
show
what
them.
we got.
Get up. Let's see. Yeah.
His shirt off.
Everyone show right here.
Look at that.
Nick.
Yeah. He's got a little sheen to him too. He's got that.
Look at that.
Little,
This is great.
I don't know why.
Keep going. Take the shirt off.
Take
the shirt.
Are you sweating?
I'm sweating right now. Why? Because
From
cornhole. We had the most epic game of cornhole ever. I swear. We thought it was going to be a blowout. I made 4. I think it was my first 3 shots went in the hole.
Nice.
And but then they made a comeback. It was 9-0. They made a comeback. They almost took the lead, and it started going back and forth, like 16-14. Then it would be like up 19-14, and it was one of the best games.
Okay, so that actually segues to a question I've always been curious about with the Patriots in specific, because, you know, everyone talks about Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. You guys are in the playoffs every year. You're in the AFC Championship no matter what every single year. Was it hard to get that competitive fire up in the middle of the season? Or was it something that every Sunday you were ready to go?
Well, first off, Alex, that fit plan, that we're going to have to do it with the shirt off, obviously.
Yes. Oh,
we got to show them.
definitely.
I made improvements. I'm
Definitely.
more ripped than ever.
Definitely.
That's why I'm all in. I'm
love it.
just going to shirt off. It's going to be for that shoot.
I love it.
Has
Yes.
anyone done that yet?
No, you'll be the first.
All right, I'll
Yeah.
be the first.
Fit
That's what
plan
I'm talking
coming your
about.
way, baby.
Fit plan
Yes.
coming your way.
Yes.
I'll have my ice shaker too. Be
Yeah.
drinking. I actually have mine out there. I left it out there. You know.
We'll do one big commercial.
I forgot it. Yes, one big commercial.
Yes.
It'll be everything all in one. How do you do it?
It'd be like Wayne's World.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
But you're asking how did I get excited every single week?
Yeah, like do you have the same fire in the middle of, you know, October as opposed to a playoff game, and is it hard to maybe get to that level? All right, so I'll phrase it a different way.
I know exactly what
Yeah.
you're saying. I know exactly
Yeah.
what you're asking, and I would say it depends on where I was at in my career too. You know, my rookie years, my first few years, you always had that fire, and then I would say my last 2 years was kind of just getting through it. You know what I mean? Like the joy, like the first 7 years was different. You know, you just loved the game, but I learned. That's why I had to change my lifestyle. I had to change my diet. I had to change everything because I was just getting through it, and I was wondering why. I'm like, why do I feel like this? I don't feel like I love the game. Like I don't even like I was showing up on game days, and I was like, another game. You know, like I gotta just get through this. Let me just do what I gotta do my job. I was doing my job, and I knew I had to do my job. But I wasn't like truly like, man, that was awesome, man. Like that was awesome with a huge smile and everything, like I was at the beginning of my career. But that's because I was just, you know, everything caught up to me. I had inflammation in my body, all the hits, all the surgeries. My body was fighting against my body.
Right.
I was fighting against myself, and that's why I'm taking this route now because I didn't want to fight against myself anymore. And I was annoyed of it. I was sick of it. You know, the joy of life goes away if you're fighting against yourself. I mean, that's the biggest challenge is yourself, inside and out. I truly believe, and so that's why I'm just trying to take care of myself in every way possible and learning, and then can help establish other people down in the future.
Would the joy come back though when you were in the playoffs the last couple of years? Like, would you feel that spark?
I would say in that situation, the playoffs did give you that spark though to get you going more.
Right.
It did for sure. I mean, I would say the regular season was kind of like whatever, regular season, let's get it over with. But that playoffs definitely gives you a spark no matter where you are at. Even if you're hurt playing, that spark it's a total different spark when you hit the playoffs in the NFL.
And then in the Super Bowl, I'm very curious about this. Everyone always talks about the Super Bowl moving way too fast to start off. You were in many Super Bowls. Does it, like the Super Bowl you were in against the Rams, does it move at regular speed because you've been in that game? Because that seems like an advantage to the Patriots if you come into the Super Bowl and you're like, we've been here, we've done this. It's not moving fast. This is a regular game for us.
You know, we treat it as a regular game, and that's
Bill Belichick
I swear.
and A-Rod. That was a Bill Belichick
but it's
answer.
really,
I like it.
but it's really true. I mean, I'm not just giving a Bill Belichick answer. It's the Bill Belichick answer. That's the truth, though. I mean, we did treat every game like it's the same, even the Super Bowl. And it's hard to say that we even prepared more for the Super Bowl games because we prepared literally the same every week inside and out. It didn't matter who we were playing. I swear if we were playing like a team that was like 0-10, he'd like prepare harder though.
Really?
Yeah, too. Yeah, because you don't want to be that team.
Yeah.
That loses that game. But and we treated the Super Bowl game like any other game. But there's one thing that is a little bit slower is the halftime for sure. But we even prepare for that. Like during the week, we would practice and then he'd make us go inside for 30 minutes. And then we would go out to practice and finish off like the last 45 minutes. I mean, that's the worst way to practice.
Right.
Like, who wants to be in the middle of a sports practice? Go inside for 45 minutes, cool down, and go back out. So that's what we were doing. So that's how we got prepared for it.
Quick break from Gronk, and we'll be right back to it, but we got to talk to you guys about Roman. Roman makes getting prescription medication and ongoing care from a U.S. licensed physician accessible and convenient. ED is a common problem amongst men. Well, guess what? Roman is here to help you fix it. Roman makes it easy to get expert treatment from a U.S. licensed physician, all online, no judgment, no hassle, no hours spent in the waiting room. With Roman, you get expert medical care for ED right in the comfort and privacy of your own home. Everything is online, so it's convenient and discreet to contact a doctor about prescription medication. Getting started is simple. Just go to GetRoman.com/corp and complete an online visit with your medical history and symptoms. A licensed physician will evaluate your online visit and let you know within 24 hours if medication is right for you. If prescribed by the doctor, Roman delivers genuine medication right to your door with free 2-day shipping. Just go to GetRoman.com/corp to get a free online visit and free 2-day shipping. That's GetRoman.com/corp to get started with a free online visit. GetRoman.com/corp. One more time for the people in back. GetRoman.com/corp. You get a free online visit and free 2-day shipping. What's not to love there? If you have an issue, go to GetRoman.com/corp. Okay, back to Gronk.
Rob, there have been some, if we take a step back from Dan's question, which I love, there's been some unbelievable winners in the history of sports. I mean, just to mention a few, obviously Michael Jordan, Magic Johnson, John Wooden, George Steinbrenner, Wayne Gretzky, on and on and on. I feel that the best trifecta in the history of sports is Mr. Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, and Tom Brady. 2 questions. 1, rank them for me, and then I want you to give me one asset from each one of them that makes them the best, the GOAT.
Wow. I truly agree with that. That trifecta right there is the truth. I mean, you never seen 3 key legend names together like that and been sticking together for, I don't even know, what is it, 17, 18 years?
Feels like 20 years.
It does, there's no sports. Has that ever happened in sports?
I don't
Even
think
2
so.
guys sticking together.
Right.
Even 2 like teammates or an owner and a teammate sticking together for
Never
that long.
3.
It's never been like that. It's hands down the best winning combo in the history of sports. And what I would take from all of them is just a businessman that Robert Kraft is. He's not just, this is what makes him so great, is that he's not just a football owner. He's there every single day. He's in the locker room. He's talking to guys. He's seeing what's going on. He's feeling the atmosphere. Sometimes you get players from other teams come in, and they're like, what's Mr. Kraft doing in here? Like, what? Like, the owner hangs out with us? They never seen the owner on the other team. So
Wow.
That's what makes him so special, is that he loves the game of football. He loves the business of football. And he's always hands-on, and he's always there to make sure everything's running right, everything's smooth. And if you just own the team and you don't love owning it, I mean, where's the passion there?
Yeah.
Yeah, the players are going to feel that. So the players feel Mr. Kraft's passion for the game. He's always around, always interested in what's going on. He just does a great job on the field with us, and then off the field too, doing great things in the community. And then with Coach Belichick, I'm telling you, ain't no one prepares like this guy. I'm telling you, man, this guy can break down film. He can dissect any rule better than anyone else.
Wow.
He can dissect any play better than anyone else. And he can dissect what's going to happen in the future. I swear, he'd be like, all right, this is the situation. He pulled like some crazy situation up, like from like 10 years ago. Like say like a player drops the football before they enter the end zone. He'll pull it up from like 10 years ago for some reason. And he'll be like, this is what we're not doing. Like you're bringing that football in, you're holding it in, you're not celebrating like that. And then somehow that week that happens. It doesn't happen in our team. It happens in the league. And then he pulls that back up. He goes, see, this is why we went over. It happened again and again. And he pulls up just crazy scenarios, crazy situations that you're like, why is he pulling this up? And it happens that game. It happens that week. It's just the way he prepares and the way he can break down film. It's just he knows everything from the offense to the defense to, in how to utilize. That's what he can do, how to utilize a player's talent.
Right.
That's why you see a lot of guys come in from different organizations. They only do like so much with their team, and then he brings them over here, and he knows how to bring them around, put them on special teams, put them somewhere on defense. I mean, how many two-way players have you seen in his history?
Yes.
Julian, Troy Brown going two ways, Slater, offense, defense.
Did he ever have a heart-to-heart with you that you think he made you from good to great? I mean, Dan mentioned you being a future Hall of Famer.
Yes.
Give us an example of how Belichick made Rob better.
Man, he always does, and just always little technique. He's a technician, a little technique there and there. And just to teach you when to catch the ball, when to put your hands out, just little tiny tips like that. Because in the NFL, to get open, it's such a challenge. Mm-hmm. I mean, you see guys sometimes, they catch the ball. There's a defender right here, and he catches it like that. And it's put in by the quarterback, and you're like, that guy was open. It's like, no, he wasn't. Like, in a high school game, they'll be like, no, that guy was covered. Because you need distance like that. But, he would teach you how to get open when you're covered like that. He would teach you little details on what to do. How to get off a defender, how to block, how to use your body, how to use your hands, and when to do it. And he tells you what the defender's thinking, what the defender's doing. So he can help you out big time. He just knows the little details like that, and it's just unbelievable to learn from him.
And Tommy?
Oh, Tommy, man. Tommy prepares like no other. First off, that guy's body and his mind is to another level of football, just being out on the field. I feel like that's where, like I said, when you got health, you got more talent. Like your health means everything. And when I out there, when I was feeling heavy and stuff, the game is just so much faster. Everyone's so fast and everything. But when you're feeling good, when you're feeling light, the game just slows down for you. You just read the field, you just read the coverage. And I just feel like that's how Tom Brady is in the pocket. You just watch him. He just relax, sits there. He's just so healthy. He can just read everything. And that's what makes him so special, is that he knows every single route. He knows when the wide receiver is going to be open. He knows when his tackle is going to make a great block, that he can just sit there in the pocket, because he can just read that all, because he just has that it factor. And what makes him so good is the details in the route game. The details. He knows coverages like no other. He knows where the defenders are going to be. He studies film like no other. He loves the game of football. So
does he ever get pissed off?
Yeah,
because he always looks perfect.
Oh, back in the day, for sure. But he would just figure out a little different detail on how to get open, and he would teach me, like, this is how you use the body. This is how you get off. This is what you should do. With inside the rules too. Never push off. Get low. Use that body. Come out. And then he would read how I do it. And then when I use my body and come out of the break, he already knows it because we already practiced, and boom, the ball would be right there. And it would be the only way to get open, but he figures out the only way to get open and make the play.
Right. All right, one last football question. You obviously were a tight end, but I'm sure you did some things with Dante Scarnecchia, who, by all accounts, everyone says is the greatest offensive line coach in the NFL. And it seems like every year, you can even see it when he retired for a couple of years and then came back. The Patriots' offensive line changed that quickly. What did he teach you? It's crazy just thinking about the entire dynasty, all the little pieces that go together. But I'm sure he's a very important little piece.
Oh, he's such an important little piece, and he's such a beast too as a coach. Coach Scarnecchia just knows his football inside and out. And what's crazy is, it's not like he's the size of a lineman. He's just a guy. He's just a normal sized guy who's actually in great shape for his age, but he just understands technique. He understands the way a lineman should use his body, the way the lineman should, what techniques he should use, how low he should be, when he should punch his hands. And he just knows the defense so well on how to make what call, where to make the call. And that's what makes him so great. I swear, he knows his football inside and out like no other.
Yeah. Fantastic. All right. So the other thing I wanted to ask you. So you're retired. We talked about business. We talked about the saving the money. What is the big thing that you want to do besides investing and being a businessman in your retirement? Is there like people talk acting, people talk TV? Is there one thing that Rob Gronkowski I can't wait to do X, Y, or Z?
Oh man, that's a great question, man.
Thank you.
That is a great question. That's finally a different type of question. But I traveled a lot. A lot in the U.S. But there's one thing I want to do definitely is travel around the world. Like go to all of Europe. I was in Australia this year. I want to do Europe, all those countries. Name another country I'll probably want to go to. Russia, head
Ooh.
there, over there, that
Italy.
side. Italy, go there.
Thailand,
go there.
Okay.
I just want to travel, man. I just want to travel. Iceland, Europe. Israel. There we go. I'm actually...
Big Rob Kraft.
You want to know what's crazy is I'm going to Israel a week from Monday.
You're kidding
Really?
me?
Yes, I am.
With
a
who?
week from Monday.
With Bob Kraft?
No, I'm not going with Bob Kraft, but he's always out there, and he's a legend out there. But I'm actually the CEO of CBD Medic is actually a big part of Israel, and that's where it actually was created. THC was actually found there.
Nice.
So in 1958, I think it was.
Okay.
That's where it originally started. So the CBD is huge out there in Israel. My CEO Perry of CBD Medic, he is always out in Israel, and he does a lot of business out there. That's where a lot of our company's business is from too. So he's telling me, he's like, Rob, you got this date open. He's actually over there now. He's like, you got this date open for a photo shoot here. I was like, dude, I'm not flying back to Foxborough to do a photo shoot for 1 hour. He's like, and he looked at me. He's like, you got that week off. He was looking at my schedule next week. I was like, yeah, it's totally off. He goes, well, we'll be in Israel. He goes, why don't you come out there? We'll just shoot for 4 days. We'll do everything, and then you'll be good for a while. And I was like, that's a good play.
Yeah,
I want to get out of the country. I
Yes.
get travel, and doing business is the best way to do it.
You're going to love it.
Yes.
So give us, what does a day like Rob look like? Wake up at what time? What time do you go to bed? What happens in between?
I like to wake up and get going right away. I got to keep the body moving a little bit. I have a rebounder in my house. Those little trampolines.
Yep.
I like to get on that, bounce for 5 minutes.
Oh, I thought you meant like a guy who actually rebounded basketballs.
That's
actually my
like
dream.
Shaq at home or something.
No, my dream is to have a half court in my house and just have someone that rebounds for me all the time.
Yes, that's actually the best.
Not a bad idea.
When you're shooting, playing horse and stuff, you take in 3-point games, and you got to go
Someone
get the
else is
rebound. That
rebounding.
sucks.
Yes.
That sucks.
that
Go
sucks.
get your
That
rebound.
sucks, yeah.
The worst.
Let me get that chain and I'll
Yes.
sell it and I can get a rebound.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, so you got the rebounder. Sorry.
Got the rebound.
5
Get going.
minutes.
Yeah.
Whatever. Maybe go get a workout in. And I like to get a lot of treatment. Massages. I go up to TB12 a lot right there
Nice.
when I'm in Foxborough. Or else if whatever city I'm in, I find someone. I ask friends, other football players, about where to go, get some treatment, get a massage, workout, and then just activities. I'm an activity guy.
Give us an example. What's an activity?
Cornhole. Love
Nice.
playing cornhole.
Yeah.
One day,
Love it.
I play. You ever hear a basketball game, 3 in the bucket? It's a 3-point game. It just adds up. You make a 3, and then someone else makes a 3. It's 6 points, and then someone misses, they get the 6 points.
Okay.
So I played from 1 to 8 one day. We had a couple friends over. We played 15 games of 3 in the bucket and about 25 games of cornhole. So I'm like an activity guy.
Activity junkie, baby.
I really am an activity junkie. And also, what else? Business stuff too. Just keep me busy. I gotta stay busy. I hate just sitting there. Once a week, I like just chilling on the couch. Maybe
Chill.
once every 2 weeks, but I can't just sit there, man. It drives me crazy just to sit there and chill. And then, I even use this as business stuff. Like come in here, but I just it's active though. Get to come to New York City, do something, walk around the city, come in.
People love you in New York City, by the way.
Yeah, it's crazy walking down the streets.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it really is. It's pretty nuts. And then also other things too, like I'm doing a puzzle right now at my house, 700.
What kind of puzzle?
Tell us about that.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's
great.
750 pieces. It's actually of Central Park, I think.
Nice.
In
Okay.
New York. It was in my house. And I looked at it. I tried to do it one time like 6 months ago, and I was like, no chance. But I like to keep that brain going, stimulate the brain. I feel like that's part of the healing process. If you sit there and the brain ain't moving, how the heck the brain gonna heal?
So how many pieces are you into?
I got like 600 pieces right now, 550, 600. So I got the top left, but it's all the trees and all the stick branches. It's really
That's
tough part.
Yeah.
But I haven't done it in like 2 weeks, so I got to go back. When I get back home, I haven't really been home much. So when I get back home, I'll do it. you know, I started reading a little bit too, reading books. Like,
I love it. What do you
What?
read?
Yeah, man, it's so great.
That's
I'm not lying. I swear I used to never be able to talk like this. Like now I can go talk all day, talk fast, comprehend everything going on. And I swear I wish I read when I was younger. I'm like, damn, I should have read the books when I was younger.
You didn't need to read to go to University of Arizona?
No, you didn't need to. I mean, I pretended I did. I looked at the back of the book and did all my book reports from back. I had enough skills to do that. I could pull that all off.
Dan, I have not. Dan, I have not stopped thinking about the abs. Those are some great abs. Now, when you have abs like that and you're single, playing for the Patriots, and you have all these championships, tell us about dating life as a superstar in the NFL.
Oh man, well I got a girlfriend. She was actually
shout out Camille.
Camille, yes.
She's
Camille,
great.
hello.
She's amazing, and she was just on the cover of Sports Illustrated this year.
Amazing.
Yeah, she's been on like
Sports Illustrated.
Yeah, she's been destroying it.
Yeah.
Like destroying it, and she's been building her brand, unbelievable right now.
Yeah,
and she's actually in New York City for Fashion Week right now. She's running around doing all the shows.
I have a great opportunity for Camille with Sports Illustrated, which I'll tell you later.
All right,
and you're gonna love this.
All right, amazing. So it's great. She's been great. She's been there. I've known her for about 5 years now, and she's just
but
amazing.
Before Camille,
before Camille, it was a little crazy. I was a little reckless.
Give us an example. What does that mean?
Oh man, I would just go to a party, just go ham.
Just party real hard.
I didn't care. Party so hard. Going ham means you
go to a blackout concert.
Go to a blackout Barstool concert. Dude, I used to be up there with my shirt off, let any random girls just running up. You just try grinding on them, and maybe
put on the mascot head.
Put the mascot head on.
So no one knows you.
Hopefully, watch two girls make out at the Barstool party. And cheer like the girl flashes you. You absolutely go ham like Yeah.
So Rob,
back in the day.
Yeah, this is back in the day.
It's
all online anyway, so I'm not hiding anything.
No, I don't think anyone's like, oh my God, Rob.
Yeah, we're not breaking news here.
Yeah.
No way.
But Rob, you're 24, 25 years old, and you're winning Super Bowls. Is it girls walking up to you? Is it DMing you on Instagram? How does someone get to meet you back in the day, and how would it happen?
It was I would say it was pretty easily because I just had that mentality. Like I was just like a normal guy just going in somewhere, but just like what I always did. We were going ham like that since like freaking 17, 18 years old, since college. And just walk in and just, what's up, everyone? I'm here, baby.
Yeah.
And everyone would just, just get nuts sometimes. Or sometimes we had like a record. We had like 35 girls in our section, and all our friends would be like, "Oh man, this is crazy!" Like we were all young 20s, when you're young 20s.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
We were drinking anything in sight, any bottles, vodka. We used to just pound it, but it was crazy, man. I'm glad I actually went down that route. I learned a lot from it, and I've really learned a lot from it. I've taken some beatings from it, 100%, but I truly believe it led me to where I am now too. I mean, I really don't believe I would be this ripped if I never partied that hard.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, for real, dude. But I also use party as a workout because we used to go so ape shit. I swear we'd be like, coach would be like, "What are you doing? Like, why are you partying?" I'd be like, "Yeah, I was getting my workout in," because we danced jumped around for 4 hours straight. We did. You know how.
I know. I watched those videos.
I'm telling you, you'd be sweating. You'd be everywhere. It would be a workout. But you start as you get a little bit older. You start, feeling those bottles that you just be chugging.
Yeah. Slow it down. Yeah.
You gotta slow it down.
This has been awesome. I don't have any other questions. It's been so much fun. I enjoyed having you on, Rob. Do you have anything else, Alex, that we want to talk to Gronk about?
I think, first of all, just congrats on an amazing career. Congrats on being so genuine. Obviously, having great parents, great siblings, and I am thrilled to be your partner in FitPlan. Come back anytime to Barstool and the Corp, and we wish you the very best.
Yes, we're gonna have to make it a little daily checkup. Once I do the FitPlan shoot, I'm gonna have to come back on.
I need your cell phone now that we're partners.
Yes,
Am I getting a cut from this?
Yeah. You always get a cut.
We're coming on your show, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm never gonna get a cut.
Because I'm gonna have to go on part of my.
For a cut for
I'm gonna have to go on part of my take.
Yeah, I've been asking for a cut for years, though.
You get some phantom stock.
Oh man. All right. Well, thanks, Gronk. Appreciate it.
Yes, no problem, man. Thank you.
Thanks, man.